Alright, it's your favorite teacher, Docs Cash, back with some food for thought. Something to feed your brain and keep you going today. I want to start something new in the business called the NorthernStarlight, where I shine light on my peers, the people around me who can help me shine light to the world. So my first interview, I got my best friend, Malik Suave. I only say I have two mentors in my life. I say I have my dad, and then this guy right here. He's 38 days younger than me.
That's love.
38 days younger than me, and he teaches me so much.
That's love.
So if he teaches me, I know he can teach you guys something today. So first I want to introduce you to Malik. I'm going to let him introduce himself and anything he would like to share.
Social Security.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm Malik. Malik Emmanuel, and I'm a creator in the area. I grew up Hampton with Don, and we played basketball together, and ever since then it's just been brotherhood. I'm 22 in April, and I'm counting that before April comes. I'm 22.
Yes, sir, yeah.
In April coming up, I am a Taurus. And what was the other question?
Anything you would like to share about yourself. Quick test of the waters of who you are. One question I did have was, if you could be either an animal or a superhero, which animal or superhero would you be and why?
I'd definitely be a superhero.
A superhero?
Definitely.
Which super?
Black Panther.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Black Panther.
That shit was so fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
that, right when I saw it, made it to my top 3 movies. My top 3 goes Scarface, Black Panther, and then the Steve Jobs documentary.
I'd definitely be Black Panther. Yeah, man. I'm a photographer. I like to design things. I like to create. I'm very hands-on with my hands, and I like to give back to the community and just try and fuel the community of artists, because that's what we're going towards. The security of a 9-to-5, or these corporate jobs rather, is just fading every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's fading every day, and we are moving into another renaissance where it's just everybody's either a business owner, an artist, or an entrepreneur.
Right. So, how was it growing up for you? I know that your family's came from Trinidad, went to New York, and then now Virginia. How was it with the different cultures mixing together growing up for you?
I feel like I have a large family, like a huge family compared to most people, and it was almost like a subdivision. I had friends, but I had more family than I had friends early on in my life. I wasn't really involved in much communities until my mom signed up me and my cousin Don off for basketball, and then we started, hanging around people who like basketball and stuff like that. Growing up, I was always kind of artsy. I don't even know if that's the word, artsy. I was just really curious about a lot of different things. As a kid should, I had a lot of time to explore all different types of things, from dance to where my family's culture was really big in dancing and music and instruments and drums, and I guess all comes together as a collective to create who I am today. But
yeah,
my family was always into arts, whether they knew it or not, because of such a rooted cultural, gravitation to dance and music and rhythm and stuff like that. So I'd say growing up, I was always inclined to have appreciation of the different arts and things of such like that.
That's great. That's great. So it sounds like your family fed into your curiosity, and I believe that's a big part of making who you are today. Because I believe parents nowadays, or back in the day, who killed their children's curiosity, at the time you stop believing you can learn more, I believe that's when you start dying off, when you start preparing for death. Because you're not looking forward, you're not looking ahead.
Yeah.
It's like you hit a brick wall and you see nothing else and there's nowhere else to go. So since your family helped you in your curiosity and didn't tell you, no, you can't do that, no, don't go there, then I believe that's why you're so creative now.
So there was pushback, like
mm-hmm.
that's from the first generation, so
Right.
there's a strong feeling of security and in a place, where there aren't as many opportunities as there is in first world countries. They want you to be a doctor or a lawyer, same thing, but just like I don't want to be stereotypical, but you know how everybody say how Asian families are towards their kids.
Right,
it's kind of like that. It's just not. That's like.
Yeah, it's strict. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. Like you came to America, if you didn't have a better opportunity, and it's like, you want to do what? You want to be a DJ? That was the first thing that kind of was a whiplash towards my cousin who didn't graduate school and was like, nah, I'm going to be a DJ. And now, like, everybody supports her, but it takes you jumping off the ledge, like, jumping off the plank and, like, swimming for a little while.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Jumping off and showing you can fly, you can swim by your own, and hopefully they help you. All right, so what is one major lesson that you learned young that made you into the person that you are now? I'm pretty sure you have more than one lesson, but what is at least one major one, if you have it?
A major lesson growing up was that just because you want it bad enough don't mean that you're going to get it. And like just the reality of you not getting a lot of shit that you want. That was a great lesson for me.
Right.
And I learned early on that some of the things that you want is not always what you need.
Right.
One of the major things I could probably say was basketball. And I wanted to play, at the next level so bad, but I wasn't really confident in basketball or some of the things like. But when it comes to like my work now, it's like, can't nobody tell me like I'm not, great, because I tell myself I'm great.
That's one thing that I've been thinking about lately is if you're not serious about it, if you're not dedicated towards it, but you want to get to the next level, there's somebody who is spending their whole life to get there.
Yeah.
There's more than one person. So if you're just taking your time on it, but inside you feel like you want it, but you're not showing it outside, there's people who feel it inside and outside,
Right.
which means we both know, and we're here to teach you guys manifestation. Once you feel it inside, it comes to fruition outside.
And another way of saying that also is, your conscious and subconscious. If it's not your subconscious, whatever it is you try to manifest, then how you gonna bring it to your conscious?
Right.
Or if it's not your conscious, how you gonna take it out of your subconscious, or vice versa.
Some people don't even know what you just said, but we're here to teach you, man. We're gonna get there sooner or later. Yeah. Subconscious is very important. Subconscious is like your second nature. When you tie your shoes, you don't think about what you're doing because it's in you. It's not actively in your brain. It's just always in you. It's a part of you. So that's your quick introduction to your subconscious. So now I want to talk about your present. You said you're a photographer. What got you into photography? When did you start it?
I started photography on Snapchat. My Snapchat stories was cool as shit throughout high school. And just some of the stuff, we was definitely trying to be cool, but some of the stuff that me and my cousins would do, it was lit. At least I thought so.
Right.
I mean, it had some dope ass, And that started showing me angles and editing and, putting filters on me, flicks. And then I got to my freshman year, February 2017. No, 16. No, February 2017. That's when I started, rocking the long hair. Not cut my hair because I wanted my mama's crib. And my cousin Jaleesa, who was the DJ, who got so much whiplash, gave me a camera. Then I just started shooting everything, literally. And I was not good. And I didn't show anybody photos until a year later, 2018. And I started posting things on Instagram, and then it was like, oh, and what I started releasing was what project that I'm, revisiting now was The Strangest Math. And it was from me just walking outside and just being inspired by Norfolk, just the separation of water between Hampton, where we grew up, and over here where it's a little bit more culture, a little bit more like city, I guess, a little bit more money, a little bit more, exposure. And I was just inspired with some of the things that we didn't have access to.
Right.
Whether it's mom and pop shops, or food, or like health stores. And it was just a weird culture. Not even weird, that's dismissive. It's a real, like, I would say, attractive culture of people that was out here. And I was just photographing them, just being them. And that's what got me into my, like, I would say, journalistic type style of photography.
Right. Just talked about a project that you're revisiting, The Strangest Math. When did you start it? When did you first start The Strangest Math?
I started freshman year. I was
So you didn't just start it a month ago. You're going back into the files. These are things that you planted seeds in a long time ago.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. This is probably about 3 years into the project, and I don't know if the project is done. Like, it's just always been something that I guess stapled my work and what I do. It's like, people would show you as a wedding photographer, this is what I do. It's hard to say, like, also it's not in common knowledge, like, what a street photographer is. So, the less is more just goes into show what it is that I enjoy showing and doing. But yeah, it's about 3 years old as of now.
That's good. That's good. So, lesson here is, even if your work isn't ready now or isn't showing you the results that it wants now, it's here, so you can always revisit it. The thing about past, present, and future, and if you notice, that's the theme that we're going on. I just talked about his past, we're talking about present, and we're going to go to the future. Is the key thing about it is the only thing that really matters is the present, because your past was just a previous present moment. Your future is just a awaiting present moment. So all you have to worry about is right now, and once you do that, everything will be handled. If you take care of everything, make sure you're being 100%, giving 110% right now, everything will be well. So, all right. So who are some people that influence your art? It could be a photographer, or it could be somebody outside of photography that still influences it. You take some stuff from what they do. But I'd say top 3. Who are your top 3 people who influence your art?
I definitely have people that I'm a fan of their work, but when you think of somebody who really influences me, I can't think of anybody. What I think influences my work truly is just human nature and just people. Like, not even a specific person, but just I guess connecting the dots of how we all relate. So I guess everybody. Everybody inspires my work.
You that's watching this.
Exactly.
You influence.
Exactly.
So keep doing you.
Like, everybody.
Yeah.
My grandmother, my grandfather, my mom, you, like, everybody.
That's great. That's great. Who I know music is a big part of the culture. Vibration, rhythms, just being in a state of flow. Who are your top 3 music artists that gets your juices flowing?
I don't know if I can rate them, but I'd say top 3, Cole, Erykah Badu. Number 3, that's hard. That's a lot of people I can put there.
Yeah.
But number 3, we'll go 2. Damn, that's hard. I'm gonna just start blurting out names. Honestly, I want to say Common.
Common? Hey, he's fine.
I know, but like, it was just a time in college where Common was just it. Like, just listening to some of the words he was saying. I haven't revisited some of those albums in a while, but Common for sure.
Resonated.
SV, Slum Village, whew, definitely Tribe. Definitely Popcorn.
I said 3, he just gave me 10. So
Sizzla, come on, cause
yeah.
I ain't say nobody on the Caribbean side. Like Buju Banton, everybody. Big up.
What you know about him? Alright, so we're gonna talk about your future a little bit. I don't want to get too deep into it because I know you want to show people rather than tell them, you know? Let it be a surprise. But where do you see yourself in 5 years if everything went perfectly? I know in this world right here, nothing goes perfectly because something quick, if something goes perfectly, it's not perfect because it's always 2 sides to the coin. You gotta have the bad to have the good. So, but if everything went perfectly, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to be deeper in healing others around me. And that comes from just starting off the journey, I would say. Same time I started doing photography and just exploring myself, be deeper into self-exploration. Because from there we could start, again, exploring the other people around us.
Right.
I want to be deeper in, artistry and just have a thriving community of artists, of, just people just doing things that's around me, That's where I see myself in 5 years.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So he says he wants to heal others. In 5 years, he's not looking only for himself, he's looking for others as well. So that's great. That's great. And what is a lesson, if you could teach the world something that you think the world needs to hear, what would be a lesson you could teach the world?
Less is more.
Less is more.
That's like, man, what? And if not less is more, then be everything. That's it.
Everything matters.
Less is more, and not everything.
Yeah.
That's it, like.
Just everything. Just everything.
Be everything.
I understand it. That's good. That's good.
Yo, peace. Peace to everybody watching this. Peace to the ancestors. Peace to my brother. Peace to everybody that's doing positive things out here, man. Just continue on that road and just do it with love, man.
Do everything with love. Yes.
If you want freestyle, we can, bro.
The same thing like I asked the lady. I think I'm trying to get people to get like rhythm into their everyday words, like trying to get flow.
Alright, that's the recording?
Both of these things.
They put me on the spot.
Well,
Yeah.
with this, the freestyle.
Put me on the spot.
But I'm not even nice with it. I'm gonna just be talking. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna say.
Hey man, I agreed to this because he says that he wants everybody to have some rhythm in their everyday life.
Yeah.
Which we do have rhythm in our everyday life, but
Think about, I don't want to get too deep, but how God moves, how the Creator moves. She moves gracefully. She moves in a rhythm, a pattern like a ballerina, If she talks in a rhythm and a pattern, like a rapper, like an R&B singer. So, once again, in a perfect world, I know everything isn't perfect, but in a perfect world, we'll be like dancing as we're walking, we're like dancing everywhere. As we're talking, we're like rapping to each other, I just want to see how it goes. So that's what we're about to do. Just get some words out. Nobody knows what we're going to say next.
nah, you starting us off.
Alright, I'm going to start this off. We might get right into it. Step to it. I'm going fluid like I'm flowing in the river, bro. Getting dimmer, I'm getting lighter. Light on my feet, and I'm shining higher. And I'm vibrating, flying, hating. What? Yeah, I know what I'm saying. And I'm sleeping in my car, and I'm giving you these bars, yeah. and I'm going kinda hard, yeah.
I don't think I really rapped in front of video, like, posts, like, different videos. Rapping on the video, can you see me though? Trying to catch a flow, whoa, here I go. I'm on the beat, and we just did the interview. Everything I said, I promise that it's true. Me and bro, you know how this shit really go. I got the camera and I take a couple snaps. I got another camera strapped to my back. I don't got no body cam though. I say I'm about to go ham though. Fuck Uncle Sam though. Nah, don't put that on me. Hold on, bro. We gotta get another beat, man.
Deep breath in.
Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just get some rhythm going, you know? I practice that muscle. Yo, this year I had 3 calls, and all of them went through. I had to get another one, somehow that's what you do. Some shit just be on top of you. We'll buckle up, get that fucking weight up. I'm trying to tell you everybody, get that fucking paper. No time to be a hater. Gratitude, spread love. Don't be rude.
No savage move. Yeah.
My laptop is about to die. I don't know why. Everything needs battery.
Why you always mad at me?
Why you always mad at me? Is it because of my salary? I like to eat salads, be none of that weird shit though. So quit though. Trying to tell you, bro, put your hands down. Why we got hit for? Why we got hit for? The only thing that hit, bro, is the tens in the back. Why we gotta act? Crack is whack. Fuck that. Save your back. Don't be working hard, labor. Do yourself a favor and get smart. Hey, still some art.
Yeah. See, that's the rhythm right there. We didn't even plan that. We in the flow. That's the rhythm right there.
Hey man, if you gotta put some on the video, we gotta come hard, man. We gotta come hard, man. I fall in love too easily, too easily. I fall in love too easily, too easily. I said, no cheese in me. Eat my food, that's the way the vegans be. Try and stay from foods that be too greasy. Like fried chicken. Is you listening? Niggas is the victims of hard living and all of this depression. I'm trying to tell you, niggas they ain't stepping how they really supposed to do. I'm trying to tell you, let's eat some bogus food. Nah, that ain't for me. That ain't the stuff that I need. I need the kale, the greens, the celery. That's how them fellas be.
I fall in love.
Hey!
Easily.
Get the fucking rhythm though.
Why can't it be just you and me?
Hey.
Why can't we just roll up and smoke these trees? I fall in love.
Too easily. I be in high places like where Jesus be.
Peace, love. This is peace, not this war. Peace. And if you guys have any questions about what we were talking about today, please comment, ask me in my DM, message me, because I do not want to leave you high and dry. I want to bring you along on this journey with us. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Thank you. Peace and love.
Peace.